Hello everyone, my name is Subject Sparky, but you can call me Sparky. This video will be my first here on YouTube, so felt some introductions were in order. Um, there's not really much to know right now, other than, stuff that we will touch up on at the end of this video, which will be connected to the future of me doing this. So, with that out of the way, as you can read from the title, this is a video on what songs or genre / band each of the Genshin Impact characters would listen to the most if they were in our world. This is purely my opinion, and I know that a lot of people who may watch this will have their own opinions. Keep out of the comments. And we'll only be doing playable characters up to, I believe, 3.3. So any character after that is just not going to be a part of this. I may do a part 2 later when more characters come out, but Alright, so we'll start with Mondstadt, which means we will be going in alphabetical order for the characters in the region. So, first off, we have Albedo. I think Albedo might like listening to either the song Shatter Me by Lindsey Sterling or something similar to that. I honestly think Albedo might be too caught up in experiments to really listen to any music, but I think he may, dip his hand in it. Alright, second, we'll go ahead and do Aloy here, just because she's part of the game. But, if you haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn, then you really don't care about her. I think Aloy would be one of those people who doesn't have a favorite song, as it may alternate regularly. I don't know. She is from a world that pretty much brought itself back to the I think the Stone Age. Okay, third is Amber, everyone's favorite outrider. I could see Amber listening to Into the Open Air by Julie Fallis, the song from Brave. I don't know why, but it seems like the kind of music she'd like, especially while she's gliding on more things than one. Okay, after Amber is Barbara. Now, I think she might like Taylor Swift songs or another similar artist, but I also don't think she'd have a favorite song, and again, be one of those people whose favorite song is any song their favorite artist puts out. Anyways, then, next up is Bennett. Anyone who's listened to Bennett's voice line about Fischl will know that he's kind of got a thing going on for her. Well, Fischl doesn't think the same way. Painfully. Anyways, I think Bennett would like something similar to I'm Still Standing by Elton John, given how unlucky he is. He would, however, also try to listen to whatever Fischl listens to, since he thinks that she's amazing. Alright. Diluc. Everyone's favorite Mondstadt edgelord, kind of. Diluc would most likely listen to something like Vengeful One by Disturbed, were he still on that rampage. Now, on the other hand, I think it'd be Bulls on Parade by Rage Against the Machine. Diona. I have no idea what Diona would like. Maybe the kitty cat dance. Anyways, Eula would likely listen to something more orchestral in nature in public to keep the image that many people seem to have about her, but in private, I think she'd listen to bands like Rage Against the Machine and Disturbed. Maybe some pop sprinkled in there. Actually, it might be a nice mix. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Fischl would absolutely listen to Panic at the Disco, Black Veil Brides, Sleeping with Sirens, and Pierce the Veil. I don't need to explain. Alright, Jean is probably one of the hardest. Just because there are so many songs she'd probably listen to the most. This one, I guess I'll leave up to speculation. Alright, now moving on to Kaya. I think Kaya would likely listen to Smooth Criminal just because of his demeanor. Probably just any song by Michael Jackson. It's a guess. Anyways, moving on to Klee, the first 5-star that the game released outside of the standard characters. Klee would either listen to, I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation, maybe Sonne by Rammstein, or something to do with bombs like the mini bomber she is. And yes, it is Rammstein, it's not Rammstein or Rammstein. Alright, now, Lisa. This is one of my, this was one of my favorite ones to try to figure out. I think Lisa would listen to Thunderstruck, but I know that one of her popular choices is, WAP. We are, however, going to be using that later. Alright, and then, for Mona, I feel like Mona's personal theme song would be Money by Lisa, given how she constantly has almost none of it. But I can also see her listening to Aviva songs. Alright, then, Noelle, I could imagine her listening to songs that would empower her. I can imagine her listening to songs that empower her will to become a knight. So maybe There's a Hero in You by Fleary and Tommy Prophet, or Rescue by Tommy Prophet, Rain Wilder, and Svrcina? Svrcina, I don't know. I've never had to pronounce it out loud. Razor, I don't think Razor would know how to operate any device that allows him to listen to music. My best guess is that someone would teach him and he'd listen to whatever music they subject him to. That, or he might listen to that one Maroon 5 song. Alright, Rosaria would likely listen to the old Fall Out Boy songs. Don't know why, but she gives me those vibes. Sucrose. She would likely listen to any song that might inspire her in her experiments, so this one's a wild card. His voice actor did do a cover of the song, so for Venti, I think Venti would listen to Soldier Poet King. I just think it fits in the best. Alright, and then on to Liwe characters. I will be doing Kazuha here since he was released before Inazuma did. Also Child, and no Yao Yao. Alright. Beto would be more akin to listening to and singing sea shanties with her crew. But I feel like she'd listen to the same music as Ningguang. Alright, and then Tartaglia, better known as Child, which is why he's right here, I think would listen to Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue. It just seems like a good song to go with a fighting spree. Alright, then Changyun is the first wildcard of Liwe. I don't think he'd listen to any music over the fear that it may mess with his work or energy. Okay, Ganyu would be too busy to listen to music. I will not apologize. I refuse. Alright, Hu Tao. I'm gonna be honest, she'd listen to Halloween music religiously, specifically This Is Halloween. Yeah. Alright, Kazuha, everyone's favorite mellow boy. I feel like Kazuha would listen to the song Outside by Hollywood Undead, since it sort of fits his mellow personality. Not really, though. Alright, now, Kaching would also be too busy to listen to much music, but would probably enjoy whatever she was able to hear. And then we come to Ningguang. Ningguang might listen to WAP. Do with that what you will. Yeah. Alright, Chi-Chi is a zombie and wouldn't listen to any music. She's a zombie, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna listen to? Thriller? Alright, and then, Shenhe would likely listen to anything that sounds good to her, especially given that, quest line for the Lantern Rite. Now, what that is, I don't know, and I guess I'll leave that up to discussion. Alright, I can never get the pronunciation right on this, but Xiangling, I think, would listen to any music that helps her get inspired to make new culinary dishes, or maybe clips of Gordon Ramsay yelling. I don't know. Now, Xiao, however you would pronounce it, did the best I could. I could see him listening to My Demons by Starset, and maybe think of The Traveler while doing so. If you listen to it, it's likely you'll understand. Alright, Xingqiu would listen to any music that makes him feel like he's the hero or training to become one. So I'll Make a Man Out of You from the Mulan soundtrack. Yeah. Alright, alright, Jinyan would love all forms of music and wouldn't have a favorite. We've been over this in every event or quest she's a part of. She loves all music as it's an expression of the soul. Yeah, Yanfei is a lawyer, so I don't think she'd have much time to listen to music. So I have no idea. Alright, Yelan is another unknown. I have no real amount of information on this one. Okay, so, yeah. Yunjin would mainly like to listen to Xinyan's performances, but might also like some opera performances as well. So I'll go ahead and say rock and roll for a genre. Zhongli would be unbiased. Because, I mean, let's be honest, he's a walking definition of the term, whatever floats your boat. Alright, and now on to Inazuma. Now, the Raiden Shogun will have two choices. One for her Shogun puppet, and another for her A personality. Alright, now, Ayaka. I feel like because of her involvement with the Vision Hunt Decree, Ayaka would listen to Ado while behind closed doors, but maybe listen to something a little more sophisticated while strangers are around. That or she might just listen to it in public. Headphones are a thing. Anyways, Ayato runs a branch of the Inazuman government. I don't think he'd have the time to listen to anything, really. He'd be supportive of Ayaka's choices, though. Alright, Goro would likely listen to songs that have to do with the military. So what I'm gonna say is, Dude Looks Like a Lady by Aerosmith. Yes, it's kind of Miss Hina. Anyways, Haijo is another unknown, but I could see him listening to a little bit of Nightwish. Maybe. Now, Ito, Arataki Ito would absolutely listen to Barbie Girl by Aqua. I will not explain. You should already know why. Alright, now, Kokomi, even though she is pretty soft-spoken, I feel would probably be one of the most avid listeners of Rage Against the Machine. Yeah. Shinobu is probably the most interesting if you're into green hair and hips that don't lie. Continuing the joke, Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. Out of the joke, I have no idea. Now, the Shogun puppet probably wouldn't listen to any music that'd get in the way of what the directives given, but A would likely listen to any music she could, but couldn't be able to pick a favorite. Anyways, Sarah, like Goro, would listen to songs that have to do with the military. It's not my fault Hoyoverse gave her the personality of a wet slice of bread. But I guess every region needs their Archon simp. Because if you think about it, for Mondstadt, it's Barbara. For Liyue, it's Keqing. For Inazuma, it's Sarah. And I currently don't have enough information to say what the Archon simp for Sumeru is. Anyways, moving on. Sayu would absolutely put on a playlist of songs designed to help you sleep. I don't think she'd be awake. I don't think she'd even be awake long enough to pick a favorite. All right. Toma would probably try to stick to his, or might. This is just a guess. He might try to stick to his roots at first with Rammstein, but would then catch Ayaka listening to Otto and listen to that as well. And he'd obviously listen to them while cleaning. It's what I do. Yaimiko would corner the market on music. She already cornered the market on books in Genshin Impact. Anyways, Yoimiya would probably like TNT by AC/DC while making fireworks, but other than that, I have no idea. Also, Klee might listen to TNT. Alright. Finally, we move on to Sumeru. I will unfortunately have to cut out characters like Farazan, Alhaitham, and Tainari. Mainly Tainari because his ears are too sensitive and he probably wouldn't listen to any music. I will do everyone else in, everyone past Farazan and Alhaitham. I'll have to cut out. Anyways, Kale's music choice, right, would likely be heavily impacted by Amber, given how the two are best friends, and I don't think she'd really deviate from that. Sino, and I know that Sayu might like this part, but I don't know if he's even gonna watch it. Sino is blasting the Yu-Gi-Oh theme song all the time. He would live and breathe Yu-Gi-Oh, in fact. Anyways, now Dory would listen to Money by Lisa. It's her spiritual calling. What are you gonna do? Layla would probably listen to soft songs like The Islander or Turn Loose the Mermaids by Nightwish. Nahida, like Zhongli, would likely listen to many different types of music. No, take your nursery rhyme jokes and get out of my face. No. Alright, now, Nilu would likely have the same thoughts on music as Xinyan. It's music is the gateway into the soul. So, now let's see. The Wanderer. This one's fun. The Wanderer would go full emo. I'm talking about songs that speak on the evil of parents and the troubles of misunderstood teens. That stereotypical stuff. I know some of you listen to that. I'm ashamed. Alright, and now moving on to the Travelers and Paimon. Now, both Aether and Lumine would fit Two Birds by Regina Spektor, because it's almost creepy how well the song fits the two if you think about it. Because one of them's trying to leave, the other one wants to stay. I don't know. And then Paimon, the Whopper remix, the Whopper commercial remixes, yeah, the Whopper. So that's it for this video. I may do a part 2 somewhere down the line with with all the new characters since, I believe, 3.4. Yeah. Maybe. Hold on. Yes. So yeah. I hope I can continue doing this. I do have some other video ideas that I will be working on in the next coming months.